Good evening, and welcome to the Royal Ultima Finals of the Battle Royales. For the Z1R community, we have finalist CaffyJD versus cytown. Caffy won game one about a week and a half ago. cytown looking to even things up. My name is Tracy M, and with me today is Fryteeth. How you doing, Fryteeth?
I'm good. Always fun to see what our runners come up with for flags in these Royale Ultima finals. Although we're going
Yep.
pretty tame this year.
Yep.
Cytown was pretty nice for game one, and Caffey is featuring our SG Live 2025 flags.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you want to, let's have. So the Royal Ultima, the Battle Royales, you want to explain a little bit of what that entails? I know you're one of the admins for the Battle Royales.
Yeah, so Battle Royale series was started a long time ago, 7 or 8 years ago, by I don't remember who. Certainly wasn't me. But there are a series of mini tournaments, and anyone can start one. You can propose any flag set you want. It can be the same flag set for the entire time. There's options on scoring systems, but based on how you do, you get points for the top 5 in one of these. And we get to a top 10 for our Royale Ultima series. We eliminate 2 runners each week, and then our top 2 have a best of 3 to determine the championship. The fun part of this best of 3 is the first 2 races, each runner gets to choose a flag set, and they can choose literally anything they want. There are no banned flags. So as I said, we've gone pretty nice this year, but in past years we've had, Blackout. I believe last year cytown did something like max enemy HP with only wood sword.
We had a max enemy HP in game 2, and like game 1 was like a whole bunch of sprite shuffles and weird flags of that kind.
Yeah, so Caffey's choice for game 2, as I said, were the SG Live 2025 flags, which pretty basic flag set. I think the main highlights mixed second quest overworld, so we're not going to have a lot of money. Shapes dungeons. Fortunately, we're not going to need a lot of money with that 42 rupee candle and a 39 rupee medium secret.
That's a good medium secret, especially in a second quest where you're not going to be able to rely on that large secret that you might never even find because there's only one of them. There it is.
There it is.
And with that cheap candle, and Caffey's seen it, I wonder if he goes and buys it immediately. Yeah. There it is. There's the cheap candle purchase.
Just for a little bit of history, this is the end of Season 7 of our Battle Royales. The seasons run for 1 year. Season 8's already underway. But cytown, of the previous 6 seasons, cytown is a 3-time champion.
And for 4, but he's got to win 2 more. Going to win tonight, has to win a game 3 if it happens. Which would happen, obviously, if he wins game 2. The death for Caffey in the Deadwoods, which isn't too far from their start spot, so not the worst death ever, but definitely not something you want to have happen. He finds level 8. Oh, the other highlight of this flag set is we've got unsorted shapes on, which is a newer flag. It's only been around for a few months, and basically the main highlight of unsorted shapes is there's no longer rules to the sizes of the dungeons other than 7, 8, 9 still share a grid, 1 through 6 still share a grid, but we've had, I think the smallest 9 I've had is 23 rooms. 9 still has to be at least 21 rooms because it's got staircases and old men and Zelda and Ganon, those kind of rooms that have to come up. So you get the 23 room 9 and it gets very, very interesting. And you can have a 64 room 8 or 7. I believe we had a 62 room 8 in a recent Battle Royale seed. So yeah, can get really wacky. And then 1 through 6, 6 turns into a much better dig, 1 turns into a much worse dig, although it's still got 3 items. 2 is often really awful because it can be big, everything opens, and you're looking for floor items, so everything kind of changes a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty much the newest flag added to the randomizer, and I think it's a terrific new flag.
Absolutely. Both runners have let's see, Caffy's managed to get some bombs. Looks like those red gorillas have rolled down to 1 or less. The plus or minus 4. I don't know if we mentioned it. Plus or minus 4 HP on the enemies, kind of as a giveth taketh sort of thing, because you can have suddenly you might be able to boomerang a Vire to get bomb drops, but then again, Keese might roll up to 4, which is the worst. Those 4 HP keys are just absolutely awful. Cytown finds that same level 8 that Caffy did. Now, Cytown tends not to do a whole lot of swordless dips, so I'm not surprised he walks right out.
Yeah, also, while we're describing things, one of the other flags is it's a forced heart container to the Armos, which they both found very, very quickly.
Oh, there's a sword. Looks like that was vanilla level 6, I want to say. It was indeed. Cytown gets some bombs. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I hate having gorillas in the overworld in general, but if the red ones are going to go down to a single sword stab, it kind of makes it a little better.
Cytown getting some help getting into level 1 there from the Lionel. "13 small secrets," since there are 6 of those in Quest 2 to replace the 2 large secrets in Quest 1. It's good when those roll up, so they take a added significance in a Quest 2 overworld. And you notice we have blank hints, which means we're not going to get any help from the old men, which I like. It does also mean that you can't up A out of door repairs. Cytown finding level 1, which is something I'm sure Caffy would like to find with the sword. Cytown not even going into level 1. And we have a white sword heart container that is not set in the flags. It just happened to roll that way today. Caffy would have liked to have bought those arrows, but doesn't quite have enough money. Cytown's starting to head east. That could be...
That's a bit of a problem, because his sword is in the west.
On the other hand, these Lionels might suggest that he go back the other direction.
Yeah, two hearts damage on those blue Lionels, on any Lionel sword, and if you run into the blue ones, it's still 2 hearts of damage. Caffy heading south, which would be good if he could get to that level 1. There's that arrow purchase, so maybe he was just heading south for the arrows. Like they're both head over to the north, kind of that northeast area. Maybe not. Yeah, what little money Caffy had left after purchasing those arrows taken away by the door repair.
But overall, for a second quest overworld, or mixed second quest, money's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the small secret rolled up a little bit, the mid secret rolled up a lot. The large secret's not great, but you can't be relying on the large secret. In this situation, you're happy to find it when you get it. You just hope you find it, or it doesn't overflow you. A lot of those arrow shops. That's the other difference in a 2Q overworld. People talk about the common shop, which really is a misnomer, because in a regular overworld, in a first quest overworld, there's 2 shops that appear 4 times and a shop that appears 3 times, and of course the rare shop. in a 2Q overworld, it's actually 6 4 4 and 1. So you actually have a real actual common shop, and it's starting to look like that arrow shop is showing up a lot. You can always hope the bomb shop is the one that shows up as the one that shows up the most, but it doesn't usually happen. Oh, there's a bomb shop, 14 rupees that Caffy doesn't have. Let the Gurias provide. Yeah. That is a nasty stream the Caffy's on. We have a raft on the coast. So, shoutouts to Opna Point doing our tracking today. Expensive meat at 85 rupees should we need to buy it. Hopefully there's going to be a cheap meat somewhere. It'll roll 80 or lower, so if they do need to buy it, hopefully there'll be a cheaper spot. Although 85 is pretty good for the expensive.
Cheap one I think was 68. It was in the same shop as the candle.
That sounds right. Walk into 5, see a Goma, can't kill it, just walk right on by. Yeah, so level 5 for Caffy. With the sword, no reason not to do this right now. So this sword situation is a little unfortunate for cytown. He's definitely going to give Caffy a bit of an edge early on. I mean, I guess we're early enough that he's still going to take a boomerang. And the keys roll to 0, did not roll up, so that's good. It's a heart for cytown, or having already bought the candle. And see, there's our first example of the maps. That's a relatively small compared to a normal level 5, so.
Yeah, we'd normally expect something that size for 1 or 2.
Yep.
And it's also fun because there's got to be still has to be a transport, just like when you mentioned those, 25 room level 9s.
Yeah.
With 14 staircases.
Yep, because you end up with almost every room is a stair room, or there's Ganon's room, or is Zelda's room, or is an old man. There's not a whole lot. Ooh, that is a nice find for Caffy, a wand, some early extra offense. And it also makes this room better. That looks, oh yeah, we have removed most open staircases on now. This room can be a push block. There is not a standing drop to guarantee they removed most open staircase situation. But if it did, you would be able to just say for sure that this is going to be a push block. And that's why Caffy's clearing it. It's like all the take-ins are in the northeast. So cytown already at 8 hearts. It's another feature of this flag set is that actually we already had that could be the stair to the transport. But that is the other feature of this flag set is that the magic sword is set at 12 hearts, the vanilla number. The white sword item is set at 5 hearts, also vanilla. Caffrey's going to hope that this is the transport and it'll get him past that ladder block. It is not. He is key and ladder blocked out of this.
There was a wallmaster there.
Oh, still didn't push. See if there's other rooms that could be the transport, the cafe. We have this room, but this room's irrelevant. But can't bomb up. Alright, we're ladder blocked or key blocked out of level 5. Well, I mean, the key might not help us, but the ladder would definitely allow us to proceed.
Red Lionel's also rolled down, looks like, to 1 HP.
That is a very nice thing. Alright, cytown going to the west. He's starting to go towards the right area for his sword. What's nice for cytown is he knows where level 1 is, so I imagine he'll go back to that relatively soon. Caffy has not burned those bushes that are right next to Vanilla Start, and has not found level 1 yet. Cytown's only a few screens away from the from getting his sword. Caffy forces a bomb so he can do the northeast. There's 4 bomb spots there.
Yeah, I think cytown did those and didn't find anything up there.
Yeah, I don't think we found heart containers. That's what we found. And probably door repairs because Cytown has no money.
I'm guessing cytown's probably not feeling so good about that sword at 15 minutes.
No, probably not. I mean, it's not a great spot, and like a lot of times I'll prioritize this area looking for an Armos item, but with the Armos set to a heart container, you don't really need to rush the Armos like you would in a, you know, when it could be anything. There's level 9 at the Armos spot in the Lost Hills.
And as you suggested, cytown's going right to level, well, I think, to level 1.
It's a nice fairy explosion from the red Lionels to give him a nice bit of health before going in. Caffy with just 1 bomb left for the last bomb spot here. Wouldn't surprise me if he finds... Oh, that was not what he meant to do. He's not going to be able to get this last bomb spot up here because now he has 0 bombs. Find Wizrobes in level 1.
Yeah, but the reds rolled down to 1 HP.
Dang. Wouldn't mind seeing that more. Oh, this room, though. Oh my gosh. I mean, you would normally want to try and Kanana key this room, but yikes.
Well, he can't. He's got 3 keys.
Oh, there you go. All right, Caffey's gonna grab a potion in this take any that I think Cytown grabbed all hearts. So one thing, you know, Cytown known for skipping hearts a lot of the time. The thing is, though, when he can start smelling a magic sword, and he knows that the magic sword is at 12, and he has gotten a bunch of hearts, he'll start picking up more of those hearts. Like, if he's definitely thinking magic sword with the number of hearts he already has. Otherwise, he's not picking that up.
And I believe they've already seen...
Yeah, they have. Yep. Alright, Caffey doing a reset so he can get a bomb drop on the 0. On the first kill, I should say.
We're just finding keys everywhere in this level 1.
Yeah, it's one of the weird side effects a lot of us have noted in the unsword shapes is when you get a really large level 1, you get a lot of keys from it.
Well, I assume that comes from the fact that every wall basically in level 1 is bombable.
Yep. Alright, Caffey's gonna find level 1 and join Cytown in it shortly. Gonna have a little bit of an easier time with it just because he's got the wand for the non-Wizrobe enemies. But Wizrobes don't die to the wand, so it's not like it's gonna be super easy.
Well, the biggest thing it's going to make a difference with are the keys from the virus, because they rolled up to, it looks like 3.
Yep. Yeah, the keys being 3 for, I mean, not even be able to kill him in one shot with the wand is pretty awful. But add to that, you know, in Sai's case, he doesn't have the wand yet.
Nice time for a clock.
Case in point, Caffey's been in 3 rooms and seen 3 key drop. Yeah, those red keys have rolled up, and that's just awful. So far, I don't think either one has found anything, though, yet.
No, but we have no idea how big this level 1 is either.
Nope. They're in the same room. Funny enough. I think Cytown went down first. And kind of worked his way back up, and Caffy's gone straight up. Oh, Cytown found a heart? Okay, that's right, he did.
Oh
He
yeah,
found
this
that
heart
heart
in
in
the
the stair.
staircase.
We haven't found anything not a heart.
Which key door do you pick?
You've got 4. It almost doesn't matter. But it does. It's like this blue wizard's not the predominant enemy, though, which is nice. And we're segmented! Because I don't think that was where Sai got the heart.
No, that heart was, I think, down in the bottom right.
Yeah. This level 1 is not small.
Well, I hope we find a map, because I'd like to see what this looks like.
I know, right? In the same room. There's another heart. And another chute.
More keys.
Caffy also making good use of that boomerang. Alright, Caffy's gonna find the segment. There's the Triforce for Cytown. I don't know if he goes back in. Like normally you would totally go back into. Then he is going to go back in, but normally you would go back in. You know, no question, go back into a level 1. But this level 1, it's unsorted shapes. These levels are not normal sized.
Yeah, I wonder, just seeing his map there that he brought up, if he thinks, I've already seen a lot of it. Or I may have already seen a lot of it.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, Caffy hasn't done any of the lower part, and that's where the stair heart that Cytown got was.
Yeah, Caffey's gonna find his Triforce here.
Right. This room could have been awful if it had the wrong enemies, but it's just Stalfos and keys we can handle pretty easily. Fortunately, we did not go to second quest on the enemy set, which means we don't have the shooting Stalfos. I think Caffy grabs the Triforce here and goes a different direction. So he's missing 2 items as opposed to just the one that Cytown's missing.
I think they've both only seen 1 heart, unless I've lost track.
Has Cytown not seen the floor heart? Caffy's definitely not seen the stair heart.
Caffey found a floor heart. I don't think Cytown saw that floor heart.
Okay. No,
I think
Cytown
he's
is
it right now, though.
I'll say he's in the right area for it, because it was definitely in this northern part. Tough to really want to clear that moat room when, even if the item was something, even if it was the item, you wouldn't be able to pick it up.
Probably the map.
Of course. Yeah, you and I have played enough of these that maps do like to be in the moats. Moats and Chevys. Nope, but not this one.
No.
I think this might have been the stair heart for cytown that Caffy's in right now. And there's also the transport. We did see that there is a segment here.
I guess
Our
going
runners...
back in was a good idea.
Oh, what do you get? I didn't see it.
Silvers.
Oh, silvers. Okay, well, hopefully Caffy stays in here too, because that's kind of important.
The negative of that is we're not going to see it. Yeah, from cytown, we definitely won't see a map. Maybe Caffy will find it for us.
That'd be great. It would help him to find the silvers, and just would be able to see it. Unfortunately, we just got a compass. That's not very interesting. We've already picked up the Triforce. Probably in that one-off. In that port, which neither runner has taken.
Yeah, we're not going to get a map. Caffy's going to find his silvers here.
All right, and we kind of saw it with the menu map, but yeah, this is the kind of seed where if I wasn't racing and I got a book, I might actually walk back in there to find out. No one's doing that here. We have a race to win. Also of note, that is good for cytown in the sense that he's the one, he did not buy arrows. Caffy has bought arrows. I think it kind of evens out, because I want to say Caffy was at a lower amount of money when he hit all those door repairs up in the northeast. Other than the wand, though, we're fairly even. The heart containers, cytown's extra heart container comes because he did not take a potion from a take any yet. And now he's got an extra one out of level 8.
Also, the money difference. cytown bought a key very early.
That also would... Yeah, okay. So, cytown bought a key, which... I mean, it's level 1, giving a lot of keys, but also taking a lot of keys. It's hard to say if that'll be of any impact later on. Walking into a diamond stair with a landmoa, not good. And cytown without the wand doesn't have a good weapon to kill it, so... Yeah, level 4 for Caffy. Compass out of level 8 for cytown. With this flag set, it's a little scary to go into levels 7 and 8, just because how big they can roll.
You're very, very, very happy to see that compass.
Yep, he's gonna. Looks like he's gonna beeline to that spot, clear the rooms on the way. It would not surprise me if he decides to leave with that Triforce. This room though could be a stair, so he's gonna clear it.
Well, I think if it was me, I'd go get that Triforce and then that Landmola room that took him out.
Yes. You
go back there at 11 hearts and just see if you can flip into that staircase.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. Yeah, it's hard to leave a known staircase behind. Definitely want to see what was in there. Oh no. Well, we're not getting the Triforce. unless that stair has a ladder, or he finds the ladder. Both runners have now seen a ladder block Triforce. That level 8 one is hard ladder block guaranteed because of the Chevy, the one that Caffy saw. has the potential to be available because there's one room left we couldn't get to that could be a transport. There's the power bracelet for Caffy in level 4. Yeah, Cytown really does want to get into that room, and I don't blame him. If you can coming up from the bottom, though, he's got a better chance to clip in here. Yep, very nicely done. And it's a recorder. Good item. More likely to be required in this situation with 11 recorder locations potentially opening. And definitely good for fast travel. Caffy's gonna go back into 4.
Check it right away.
Yeah, I like it. You get an item like that, you want to know pretty quickly whether or not it's required.
And I would imagine we'll see Caffy do some of the same as soon as he gets out of here. Go start checking power bracelet spots.
Absolutely. A map? I mean, we got a map to level 5, but we never got a map to level 1. Cytown did not see a map to level 8.
Yeah, that's a pretty normal sized level 4.
I agree. Recorder Lake always opens in mixed quests, so we're gonna see what's here. Caffy, meanwhile, is looking for a floor item, so it is it is a little more difficult looking for those floor items rather than looking for those stair items. It is up to 5 keys.
Dungeon.
Yeah, gets a 6th key. There is a red candle. Okay. Not what he was hoping for, but he'll take it. Red candle is without second quest enemies. Red candle, it's a nice to have. You know, it can go with the wand and no second quest enemies. Not nearly as interesting. Cytown buying another key. Oh, level 6. It looked like that was at Spectral Rock. More wizrobes. So level 6 in these mixed shapes often ends up being really small. So in a normal shape seed, level 6 is usually one of the dungeons you don't want to dig. I find in Unsorted, it's often exactly where you want to be. I don't think we're clearing the NSU unless the game tells us we have to. This room is I was gonna say this room though is with a shutter. Yeah, that one might be a little more likely required. But yeah, I don't think he'll clear that one right away either. And that's a stair. That key being in the corner is only going to happen in remove most open staircases. So that is a dig dugger blocking a stair of some sort. Cytown will be able to clear that when he gets here. Now, it could just be the transport, because there is still a transport in here. But it could also be the item, and it could be something good, or, could be wooden boomerang. Cytown's going to find level 5. We might get to find out whether this is actually a ladder block to level 5 or not, since he's got a couple keys that he can spend to try and avoid the ladder block. He's going to get his wand, though, so that's going to be super helpful for him. He's going to pick up the boomerang.
surprised to see. I mean, cytown does seem to pick them up, but 35 minutes in, a bomb upgrade, Caffey had
Plus
just
5.
enough. Plus 5.
Yeah, I think he would have liked to have cleared that Chevy room to find out if there was something there he might have to come back for with the ladder, but yeah, it just wasn't getting good spawns, so.
I'm surprised he didn't try using bombs, because I think they were
I think
close
he
enough.
thought
to
about
threat.
it, yeah. It's like he had his B button set to bomb, so I thought maybe he would. I'm not sure what the regular keys have rolled to, but we can kill him with a wand, so that's good. Have to checking to see if he's gone through this door yet and been on the other side. Alright, here's the room. The next room is going to be the Triforce for cytown. He's not going to be able to get it without the ladder. He is going to find out about it, though. He has that wand to kill the keys. He's got a choice to make here. He's not going to go... yeah, he's only got 2 keys, so I don't blame him for not wanting to check that key door.
But he didn't finish killing the room before it, which we know is not a staircase, but...
yeah, that's a little bit surprising. Compass. Compass for Caffey in level 6. This could be a stair here. I think those blue wizrobes are been rolling as the lowest priority to me, so I'm a little surprised Caffey doesn't leave the room and come back. Get rid of the blue wizrobe at the very least. The reds are still pretty dangerous. Yeah. The reds are still really dangerous because the 4-heart beam. There's not a lot of maneuverability in this room. cytown continuing to do recorder spots.
That recorder hasn't netted him much of anything so far.
Right. Caffey's gonna take this transport. I like it. See if it takes you to the Dig Dogger. It does not, so that Dig Dogger is one of our items. It said it takes him 1 room down. Thanks, game. Caffey's gonna help you. Oh, that Triforce is in that NSU room with the blue wizrobes. Oh, that's so gross. With 13 bombs, he's gonna go for it, yeah.
Yeah. For cytown, it may not be a big deal. There's a good chance he'll have magical sword before he ever enters.
I know, right? At this rate, yeah.
But Caffey doing a really nice job of clearing this room.
Yep. So Caffey is eventually going to get that recorder at a level 8. So the good news, if you get a Dig Dogger blocked item and you have a recorder, and you get a recorder and you get the Triforce, you can just go back to that location whenever you want. Once you get the recorder. Once you have the thing that lets you get the item, you can easily get back to the dungeon if you have the Triforce, so... Level 7? Where are 2 and 3?
We don't have a lot of overworld left either.
Mostly Death Mountain.
Yeah, cytown's checked almost all of the recorder spots.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to see any of these power bracelet spots from Caffey with that power bracelet he got out of level 4. He's just been digging dungeons the entire time that he's had it. The red ring easily found in level 7, so that's gonna help out. But Caffy would have liked to have that in the Wizrobe dungeon.
Looks like Cytown's gonna follow the same path Caffy did and find 4 and 6 before he finds that red ring.
Yep. Well, especially with the recorder, it makes a lot of sense for Cytown to go this way first because of this recorder spot right here that he can check. That's not. Oh, no, it is something. It's money. And we might be ladder blocked out of 7. We'll see if Caffy's going to see if he can find a work. Well, he's going to have to up A. Or bomb down. Okay, he's going to have to up A. Cytown's going to do level 6 before he does level 4. And so he's not going to have that, not going to have the magic sword for this, but he will find the bomb. The bomb upgrade was here, right? It wasn't in level 4?
I believe so.
Okay, so he does have he will have the opportunity to buy those bombs to make it better. And he walks in there, takes a few stabs, realizes, maybe I don't want to do this room. Well, you're going to have to do it eventually, but I think we may be... Okay, another ladder block in 7. Yeah, I think Caffy says, you know what, I know I need a ladder anyway, let's just leave.
Alright, Cytown's gonna see if there's anything here.
Well, we'll find. Yeah, there's got. I mean, we saw the corner item, which would be an ArmOS thing. So it's going to be the item, and it's going to be a heart. Okay, well, like it's a magic sword. So Caffy never gets back to that, he'll be fine. Caffy forcing another bomb. Both of these two runners very good at forcing a bomb when they need to.
So far, Western Death Mountain coming up empty.
Yeah. Get a power bracelet spot here. And just a money-making game. I think that's the first power bracelet spot we've seen, so... Jury's still out on the power bracelet. Jury's still out on the recorder. We've seen a few more spots from cytown on the recorder. So far, not hard required for anything unless you really want to get all the hearts.
I think we're missing only the recorder spots by the grave.
That could be, yeah. Because he definitely was in the desert area and in the forest area. And he just checked the one up here, so yeah, you're probably right. No, you have one of those. Caffy was definitely thinking about that potion, but he's got one of those already. I have seen him pick up a potion when he's already had a potion, so that would be the strangest thing ever.
Alright, Western Death Mountain.
Dead.
Nothing.
Right. We're only missing levels 2 and 3 and at this point. At this point, could be in those grave recorder spots, or we could have a power bracelet block. There's the 2 ladder spots, the 2 raft spots. So mostly blocked locations left. I won't swear that we've seen everything that isn't blocked, but we've certainly come close between the 2 runners. That power bracelet has nothing. It's like Cytown's gonna go for this Triforce. I assume he's got the compass.
I don't know any reason why you'd be clearing this room if you.
I know,
didn't have
right?
the compass.
Exactly.
But I don't think he found the bomb upgrade.
No, he's. Yeah, I don't think he did it either.
So he's definitely going to leave. He's got the
Oh,
recorder to
yeah,
get back
just
here anytime he wants.
no way he's gonna stay in this dungeon. He's about to find level 4, so... Caffey at this point probably gonna do some power bracelet spots, might get himself into level 8, which will get him the recorder. He might be more inclined to dig more of level 8, looking for things. Although I guess it depends, do we find levels 2 or 3 underneath the power bracelet? There's Magic Sword for Cytown.
And I assume we're going to whistle right back up there to go do level 4.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because you're with the Triforce to level 6 right next door.
Yeah, very, I mean, Opno, our tracker, also pointed this out in chat, but a very heads-up move. Knowing you've got the recorder, you just got the Triforce out of 6.
Yep.
So far the power bracelet's not leading to much of anything either.
Yeah, it really isn't. At this point, I mean, we know we need... At this point, we know we need the bow, of course, because you always need the bow. We know we need the ladder, because we've got at least two Triforces. Well, one for sure in level 8, and most likely the one in level 5. We might need the ladder for the last dungeons too, because the ladder is blocking four spots. The 2 ladder spots, plus the 2 raft spots.
And it's starting to look very likely that we're going to need one of those. Caffey's made pretty quick work of all of these power bracelet spots.
Yep. Not even grabbing the money there. I think we've got this one, and we've got... Oh, wait, is the arrow? Might have been a... Yeah, we're going to go level 8 now. The arrow spot up in East Death Mountain might have been in any road, so he's not checking that. I like how he's chessing the landmos, see if the boomerang kills. Yeah, Caffey's thinking... Yeah, okay, we're gonna go get Magic Sword, because it's not that far away, and 8's right at start, so... Gets his heart.
And given what we know, that ladder, I think, has to be either the 3rd item in 8 or the floor item in 6.
Yeah, unless that recorder opened up in those last couple spots we haven't seen. But yeah, we haven't. I don't think we saw the floor item in 6. Opno, you can correct us if we're wrong. Caffey having seen a lot more of that level 6. 6 was double heart. Okay, thank you. I mean, I imagine Caffey will recorder right back to 6 once he gets the recorder. Or maybe not once he gets the recorder. Once he exhausts level 8, he'll do all the recorder spots similar to what Cytown did. He's also going to get the recorder quicker because he's going to get this right here. But yeah, I do. Yeah, go ahead.
I assume here in a couple minutes while we watch Caffey check all the recorder spots, we're going to see Cytown check all the power bracelet spots.
Exactly. Yeah, tracker Opna Point telling us there was one wall that Caffey did not bomb in level 7, otherwise it's ladder block. This could be it right here. It is the book. That is not a ladder. Oh, yeah. That 8. Honestly, if I'm Caffey, I'm leaving. He doesn't know that the Triforce where it is, it's ladder block, but But we do have a couple recorder spots. It's got to be one of those recorder spots in the grave that cytown hasn't seen yet. But Caffey's seen all 3 items in 8, so... The Triforce is up in the northeast. But Caffey has gone a completely different path than cytown did, because he was able to get past the landmos at the recorder spot.
Yeah, it's the question of you're here and you probably want to finish it.
Yeah, I mean, we have the advantage of knowing that the Triforce is ladder blocked. Okay, he's leaving. And I'm going to start doing the recorder spots. Opno, I'm pretty certain Caffey at least has checked the forgotten spot. I imagine cytown has too. I won't swear to it. I won't swear to either one, but...
I don't know. I know the one time cytown went through that screen, he had no bombs.
Yeah, and that's why it becomes the forgotten spot, right? Because a lot of times you're going to go that way looking for open caves for your wood sword. And thus not have your bombs yet. Well, cytown also still has all of the West Death Mountain locations. Yeah, I think this is going to be Caffey checking for the item in level 6 because he knows it's recorder blocked. Or not. You just get... Okay, he's going to do the spot first. Not going to check that item yet. I mean, he doesn't need it. We know it's just the heart. If both of them could avoid going back to level 6 for the item they missed, it'd be good for both of them. Yeah, I mean,
It's
we have
ladders in 7.
There's 2 possibilities, right? It's either one of these spots that cytown hasn't gotten to you yet with the recorder is 2 or 3 with the ladder, or whatever that one bomb wall was that Caffey didn't do in 7 is going to be our ladder. I kind of expect cytown to finish up his Death Mountain spots along with the Power Bracelet spots while Caffey checks the recorder spots. And we'll get an answer pretty soon. Caffey, and I do think Caffey goes back to 6 before going back into 7. Just because he knows exactly where the item is. But if 7 is the answer, it'd be better if he didn't. cytown having missed the floor item in 6, I could see either way. And there it is. There's level 2. This has probably got our ladder.
Definitely a larger than usual level 2.
No. Hey, an immediate map when we have... So as soon as we have... It's the classic. As soon as we have the book... I think that was a wood boomerang. As soon as we have the book, we find the map immediately. All those dungeons that we didn't find the map for... cytown finds level 7. He's gonna get his red ring. Sure how he, like Caffey, I think got that relatively early. I'm not sure how cytown feels about that. Like neither one of these players cares about getting a red ring in particular. Like obviously they're going to take it if they see it, but neither needs it to beat the game. But you kind of want to have it if your opponent has it. When you're playing someone as good as these two are.
I think a lot of it is a case for both of them. If they're playing a weaker opponent, they don't want to see that red ring at all.
Yeah, I totally agree. And there's the ladder for Caffey. He just needs to Triforce and get out of here.
So I think it's safe to say Caffy definitely in the lead at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little unfortunate that cytown didn't didn't get through all the recorder spots, given that that's where he needed to go. He checked most of them. Just never got to the grave part. We're still missing level 3, though. Which could still be behind the ladder/raft. Now, I would expect Caffy to grab that last spot over in this area and then do a world raft. He'll get that raft. He'll be able to check the raft spot over on the the eastern part of the world. Get those last couple of recorder spots, and then if that's not the answer, I mean, you could do the ladder spots first, but I would probably go for the raft spot near their start spot, just because it's so close to start, and the ladder spot's never guaranteed to open.
Yeah, though, as opposed to doing the world wrap, it's also just as easy to recorder to level 5.
Yeah, good. Not without the Triforce.
Oh, you're right.
I was about to totally agree with you, because, yeah, that was great idea. He could actually just go get the Triforce in level 5 when he goes over there. He's going to record somewhere. According to level 6. This could be the ladder. Oh, he's going to go for this item in level 6. Which he probably doesn't even pick up.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because you know where it is. It's
exactly.
Like 3 rooms in.
Yeah. 100% agree.
Cytown, unfortunately for him, he went all the way back over to check the power bracelet spot, but now he is going to do the rest of Death Mountain.
Yeah. I mean, this is not a bad choice for Cytown. It's just not the correct answer, and we know it's not the correct answer. Similar to we know that it's a really good choice. These are both really good choices that these runners have just done. We just know that it's not going to work out for either one of them. Caffy leaves the heart behind as expected.
But it made sense for him to check that. You're still looking for the bow.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Which I guess has to be in level 3 at this point.
Or 7. We still have a floor item in 7. But yeah, I would prioritize finding 3 first. Know if you're going to be looking for the bow in level 3. Oh, both ladder spots decided to open today. Alright.
One gives you money and the other one takes it away.
Funny. Potion prices are fairly cheap. Yeah, and it is the raft. Caffy's gonna go ahead and do level 7. Oh, we have a map to it now. I think that confirms... Does that confirm the ladder block? I don't know, I feel like I would have... Well, okay, I was gonna say I would feel like I would choose to go to level 3, try and find level 3 first. But... Level 3 doesn't have to be smaller than this level 7.
I think it's a case of also you're here.
Yeah. The other thing that's a little scary about doing this level 7 right now is that Goma. If it's blocking the item or the Triforce. Okay, it's blocking the Triforce. Could be blocking the item. Obviously, if it's blocking the item, it's not the bow, and then we just don't care. But it does mean you're going to be clearing this dungeon looking for it. Although you maybe, once he might just decide, I'm going to clear everything on the way to the Triforce and also get this little up corner. And then if I don't find it, I can always come back with the recorder at that point.
I think that makes a lot of sense, given his situation.
Also, apparently I missed some bomb forces on P-hats from cytown, which is always a fun thing. Don't get to see those every day.
The last time I remember someone killing a P-hat in any seed was when I ran a bingo battle royale, and that was one of the squares that you had to kill a certain number of P-hats.
Nice.
Maybe it's time to bring that back.
That sounds like an interesting idea. So yeah, it looks like Caffy just says, you know what, that blue darkener room, I'll just keep it in my memory just in case I have to come back here for an item.
A
We
little
will
curious.
kill
Though.
the
He
ruby.
just walked. He walked right. I mean, he basically walked around that key almost.
Yeah, I'm a little curious to why he didn't get there. Oh, because it's the map. Never mind. That rupee boss has got the map. Anytime you have a Triforce room without an item, with the one rare exception, there's one rare exception. It's going to have the map. The exception being if one of those rooms spawns right next to Zelda's room in level 9, whatever item was in that room gets eaten by Zelda. So if it's your map, you're just out of luck.
Opno, who must have much better eyesight than I do, says there was actually a blue rupee under the rupee boss.
Oh, was there? Okay. Well, either way, it wasn't the item, which is the main point. Alright, cytown finishing up his Death Mountain dig. Should head over to the grave and find level 2 relatively soon. Caffy is going to go get the... Probably going to go get the Triforce out of 5 at the same time as he picks up the raft. I still think it would have been faster if you could have just recorded back to level 2 and still done the world wrap. I think that would have been faster, but like this isn't too bad. And of course, he's going to check that recorder spot. He's going to get his Triforce.
I think Cytown's not going to feel good being this level 2 here.
Nah, especially given he had that. He could have had that this level 2 mod earlier. He's going to get the map though, which is good because he doesn't have the book yet. But he is going to avoid the dig to level 8 unless he decides to look there for his bow. Whereas and he knows where the Triforce. He's going to gain time. Cytown is when he goes back to level 8 because he knows where the Triforce is.
That's true because that's a huge.
Yeah,
I mean, that's our normally would be our level 9.
Yep. Answer chat. Where is the ladder hiding? It is in level 2 where Cytown is right now. He will run into it before he gets to the Triforce. So he is gonna find it. Level 3, not the first raft spot.
I think at this point, Cytown knows that the ladder has to be in here.
He doesn't have all the information about level 8. He doesn't have the book. Yeah, he doesn't have the book. I'm not sure if he even has the floor heart out of 8.
He did find the floor heart.
Okay. There's the ladder for Cytown. Alright, Caffy's gonna go to the other raft spot, which has to be level 3 at this point. And we're still not sure. I mean, Caffy's gonna find out here. I mean, this 3 isn't that big. He is gonna dig this 3 to look for the bow. Bow could still be on the floor in level 7. And he's cleared a lot of level 7 already, so it'll just be a recorder back and then check the bottom part. That is a stair. This is not a stair. As it turns out, remove most open staircases is going to be restricted to, it's just the Quest 1 stair rooms. So the single block, the double block, and the reverse C. Now, I would have grabbed that Triforce for the refill. Gone back in. Not a big difference, though. This doesn't seem to be too bad a enemy set.
I don't think with 12 hearts, magical sword, red ring, I don't think either one of them has any concerns about health.
Yeah.
cytown is basically, level 5, 7 Triforce, and then finding level 3 behind.
Yep. As long as he doesn't look for the book in level 8. There's another bomb upgrade, but Caffy wants the money because he's gonna have a bow relatively soon. He knows it's either here or in 7.
cytown does take your suggestion of world wrapping.
See? Yeah, see how efficient that is?
You were right.
Now,
cytown,
I was gonna say, if the bow isn't in level 3, that actually is probably good for Caffy because he knows to go to 7, whereas cytown will have the choices of 7, dig 7, go back into 6 for a floor item, go back into 8. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. That's a stair. We have another required dig dogger. Nope. Fortunately, not happy to be locked in this room that doesn't drop in 3. Doesn't take the money. Oh, he's got lots of money. He'll probably grab the bomb upgrade in level 3 that Caffy chose not to get. He's about to join Caffy in level 3. There's the bow. So it's a question of, can Caffy get to the Triforce quick enough in 8? Because that try in 7 wasn't too bad. Because cytown's not going to be looking for anything in level 7. Once he gets the compass, he's going to beeline to that Triforce.
And cytown not only knows where the bow is, or the Triforce in 8 is, but he's got a path to it.
Yep. I think this was a case, in some sense, the cytown not having the extra ability to go farther into level 8 helped him out, helped him path him to that Triforce, whereas Caffy's got this map. And it is a map. That is quite the thing.
I did wonder there for a moment if cytown might leave 3, because we know it's small, but because he doesn't have the book.
Yeah, he doesn't have the map yet. Oh, there's the compass. That is, okay. I knew cytown had the compass pretty early. That is a huge compass for Caffy.
Yeah, Caffy's going to have definitely have a decent lead going into 9.
Yes.
And because of how big that 8 is, right, and because of how big this 8 is, we know 9 isn't going to be huge.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, cytown's close enough that a difference in level 9 routing, etc., could catch him up. Caffy now really happy he didn't stick around this level 8 looking for the Triforce. Because he wouldn't have been able to get it.
I guess there's no easy way to get to this level 9. Not near anything.
Yeah, I kind of hate when that happens, you know? Just gotta walk it. No, the any roads weren't very good this seed. Yeah. Some of the dungeons were bunched up, but nothing in this area. And Caffy doing the thing I always do, which is I can never remember where my which Armos is actually the one you need to push. Looks like a mini version of vanilla level 9 too. It's kind of funny.
I think that's 37 rooms.
Of note, there's a really good chance the magic key's in here. Because the only thing we don't know is the floor item in 7. No, yeah, the floor item in 7, that's it. Cytown back into level 8. He's gonna take a quick look at his map, see where he's going. He's got his bow, he's got everything he needs.
And so we'll also see another new flag that I think was a really nice addition to the randomizer. We've all been talking about for years, you know, when you're one room away from Ganon, you can hear Ganon. But now, to make it, you know, accessibility, where it says life will actually change over to roar when you're in one room away.
Yeah, mostly, I mean, obviously, you know, it's a really good flag for the hearing impaired. It also is really good for those of us that don't hear the little blip that comes with a Ganon next to a boss room. Oh, Caffy's really good at hearing that blip. I'm terrible at hearing that blip.
I've never heard it.
Alright, Cytown just needs to go back to level 7. I don't think he got the map to 7, so this is not going to be super easy either.
No,
Caffy doesn't really want to spend keys, and I don't blame him. He's only got 2.
The odd part of that, though, is I've seen Caffy bypass a couple of keys.
Yeah. Also, he didn't stay in that room long enough, but I think the Zal didn't go down to a silver arrow. Which is really disgusting. That's your plus or minus 4 HP, thank you. Alright, double check there isn't Wall Masters, this isn't Zelda. That's his last key. Cytown, meanwhile, has a 9. Oh my god. More key doors. More lack of keys for Caffy.
So I was surprised that Caffy used his last key as opposed to taking the staircase in the room.
Yeah, same.
Before.
Like, that's the kind of thing that could get Cytown right back into this race. There's a key on the floor.
Especially if Cytown comes in here and says, I'm going to start taking staircases.
Yep. There's a Triforce out of 7 for Cytown. He will be joining Caffy in level 9 shortly. Oh my god, these stairs are not doing anything.
Well, that's what happens with these smaller level 9s.
I know, right? Like, they're more twisty and turny, and yeah. Yeah. Cytown also not in a really close location to get to level 9.
No, I mean, the recorder to 5, I guess it helped a little bit.
Yeah, probably the best he could do. Some of the easiest enemies in the game, not going down to Silver Arrow / Magic Sword. That's pretty gross. There's another key for Caffy. Cytown without the map is going in a very different direction, so that could be a thing.
Yeah, we've got Zelda on Cytown's side. And I feel like it's this bottom right is the area that Caffy hasn't really been to.
Yep. So I think he's going to take this door right. Doesn't bomb, though. Got another stair. Now cytown into the area that Caffy has been to.
Right, Opno says that he knows the Ganon is in the bottom left corner.
Yep, there he is.
There it is. We see the roar text on Caffy's screen.
Yeah, and if Caffy's only not seeing the bottom right, imagine he'll go through this door here, and then if, when that's not the answer, he's probably going to just up A to start and go the other direction. He hasn't, cytown went to the right immediately. Caffy has not been to the right. Very nice kill. In a really awful room for Ganon to spawn in.
When you're 12 hearts, red ring, there's not really an awful room.
Yeah, I know, right? It's still, it's still not anyone's favorite room to have to deal with, right? Caffy going to the right, so he's going to find Zelda very shortly. Might have to spend that last key. No, I think it's right here. Yeah, there it is. And get your GGs out for Caffy winning the Royale Ultima Finals with an official race time of 1:16:07. Cytown's not going to be far behind because he's right near Ganon.
And Cytown made up a ton of time in this level 9.
Yeah, Cytown had a better level 9. He knew where to go in 8, which made a difference. He didn't dig extra bits of 7. He was able to go mode 7. So a lot of little efficiencies he was able to use to catch up, even though he was late to level 2. And we do have Caffy joining us as Cytown takes Ganon down. So Cytown will be done shortly. GG's, Caffy.
Thank you.
So, really interesting race. Cytown found the recorder well before you did, but missed the 2 grave area recorder spots. And was very late to 2. Which allowed you to stay ahead, even though you end up spending more time in some of these dungeons. There's Cytown finishing with an official race time of 1:17:20.
Yeah, that recorder just made me thought I was done. I was like, no, I don't want to do 8. I'm not doing 8. You can't make me do 8. Game, you're not gonna make me do 8. And then it made me do 8 because I couldn't do anything anywhere else. At least I don't think I could.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't.
7 was hard ladder blocked. 5's Triforce had a ladder block.
Yep, 6 had the heart behind the recorder.
Yep, there was that. And
and we have Cytown joining us. GG, Cytown.
Hey, thanks. GG, Caffy.
GG, dude.
Yeah, and if you all watch this back, it's going to be... it was really interesting, because Cy, you had the recorder earlier, and you checked all the recorder spots except the one of the 2 you needed. There was 2 left, and you got to those late, and that, in the end, that was the downfall.
Yeah, I knew what it was once I found it. Yeah, I mean, with the ladder being that easy to get there, yeah, it sucked. But,
and that's just the way Rando goes sometimes. Yeah, because you made up a lot of time, because you knew where the Triforce was in 8. The book was the other item, by the way.
Okay.
And you never see... If you don't check anything else, do take a look at what that map in level 8 looked like. It was a very big level 8. Caffy, you were lucky.
Extraordinarily lucky.
Yeah, you got very lucky with that level 8 because it was a huge map. You found the path to the Triforce. Couldn't get it the first time in because, of course, it was in the Chevy room, and so you knew you had to have the ladder. But
I had less than a 15 room 8, so if it was big, I got real lucky.
yeah, it was big. it was 9 size. Let's just say, like, you know, in unsorted shapes, that's what happens, right? So.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a differentiating factor. Like Caffy had gotten up to 4 and did 6, and did more of 6, did more of 7. You both had basically the same level 5, so there wasn't a lot of time gained there. You had basically the same level 3. Caffy having the book maybe had a little bit easier because he saw the map right away, but like it was a normal 3, segmented and all, you know.
Same culprit as the last race. That ladder, It did me in, and
yeah.
I was just hoping that he had the same struggle I did, or else I was donezo, which is the way it's got to go this time.
Yeah, I mean, he had a similar struggle. It's just in a different order.
I last located 8. Like, well, not located, but I last dug 8. I did everything else but 8. I refused to go in and got the recorder very late, and then pushed the recorder really hard because I was missing 2 dungeons. And
I had to recorder at like 25 minutes.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, dude, I'm done. Because
yeah, makes sense.
2 was there, and it had the ladder, and ladder blocked everything else that I couldn't get to do. So,
I think
plus the item 6 that I actually went back to. Disappointed with the heart.
Yeah, I think one of the big contributing factors, Caffy had the wand, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ahead of cytown.
Very, very early. So yeah, your dig of 1 was probably a little faster. I wish this is where I wish Fred could make it so we could, you know, go back in without resetting. Because I want to see what that map of 1 looks like.
It's probably, well, I can look at it. I saved it pretty recently, so maybe I'll share the picture in the.
There you go. Yeah. That map of 1 was, and there was a segment too that neither one of you went to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was
it
worried
did
about
help
that one.
out.
And then I found the silver, so okay, great. I feel so much better. Because I knew that 1 was big with how many key doors and keys were dropping. It was just a monster.
1 HP red whiz robes, though.
They didn't drop bombs. It didn't matter.
Yeah, but you still got to kill them easily, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting in level 9 because that was the one thing that cytown might have caught you up because you had a very good level 9 because you had like 9 keys going into level 9. Caffy, you ran out of keys in level 9, so
spending them rather judiciously. Just trying to get to the level. Look, I got some drops.
Yeah, you were about to say something, cytown?
Yeah, it's I could have actually. Now I'm looking at my map. I could have actually had like the Miracle 9 and won this thing because in the 3rd column I went up from it instead of going left. That would have I'd have won. Holy schnikes! That'd have been the dumbest luck of all time with that 8 and with the 9 with no visibility. That would have been insultingly dumb luck. Yeah, that's crazy. I still got lucky with the staircases I took. I only took 2 staircases in that 9, so yeah, I know I made up. So from 104 to 112, I got 5 Triforces. So yeah,
that sounds about right.
we were flying there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 55 to 108. Yeah, 5 Triforces, like all back.
Yep.
Crazy fast end game. With the exception of that 9, I took a bunch of stairs and got the right one. But you didn't need to. You just had to spend a key. Just go down and around, and you got them.
Yep. And then when you didn't have Zelda yet, Caffy, when you killed Ganon, but I mean at that point, I think the only thing left for you was to go right at start.
Yeah, that was kind of the good thing about it. Is I knew she had to be on that right side after doing all that crap in the north.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, getting to that pig I took the very, very scenic route.
All right. Well, I will ask this since we did end up playing the SG Live flags. I have to showcase them a little bit, which is kind of cool, especially with 2 top runners like you both are. How are you all liking the SG the flags?
Yeah, it seems rather straightforward. We didn't get the crazy HP shuffle. Like nothing seemed to be like really beefy.
I mean,
then
you have
again, I had
5
the
HP.
wand, so
I don't know
the
what those
tokens,
Zols
I
were,
guess. Yeah,
but
the Zols
they
were.
didn't go down to a silver. So. So you had something beefy, but yeah, not like the beefy, the super beefy dark nuts or, the keys or the gels or whatever.
I enjoy the remove most up and staircase aspect of it. It forces you to do combat. Although there was quite a few diamond stairs in that 9, which was funny.
I think it's impossible to pick flags that make everybody happy. Somebody's gonna whine about them. I think that these are pretty
you're
good.
not wrong.
Yeah. These are fine, and they'll play well. I like the second quest money. Unsorted shapes is just kind of showing off the differential there. So one's not as pleasant. It's cool. It's good. We need to do more of the hard things anyway in the showcases and in the tournaments. I like it.
And it's like I was saying, I know I've talked to both of you about this. Like you two have very similar tastes in what you like in flags. So there really wasn't a lot that either one was going to throw at the other that was going to be like, oh my god, I have to do that.
And we kept it pretty simple this round
did.
too. So.
Yep. I was nervous that you might end up playing if this had gone to a game 3, which I guess is randomly chosen from those other 4 sets. I was worried we might end up playing that Jess flag set with the mirrored overworld and the sprite shuffle, and then I'm out as commentator. I don't do that stuff.
Like BR is evolving thing. I'm gonna resign and Caffy wins without beating me twice, which you already did.
Well, if we had gotten to game 3, each one of them gets to veto one of the 4 flag sets.
Perfect.
Okay. That's gone right away.
Yeah, I would say, I know which 2 flag sets are gone. It doesn't even matter what order you two pick in. I know one's gonna pick one, the other's gonna pick the other.
Yeah,
I'd be the biggest crybaby. Oh my god.
We wouldn't have played either of those. I can tell you that the Holy Grail it's the Holy Grail seed. I mean, what do you do? It's not really a competitive set in my mind. It's just a fun, BR thing that we could do from time to time. So,
well, good job, dude. You stopped me from getting my 3rd one of these things. So,
well, someone's got to do it, man.
Well, no, this would have been your 4th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, you didn't stop me for getting my 3rd then. Neener, Caffy.
Well, no. I gotta somehow take one away from you. Now I gotta figure that out.
I forgot about it.
Caffy is our 4th season champ. Thurwolf won the first 2 seasons.
Good name.
Cytown won seasons 3, 4, and 6, and Sis Crusher took season 5.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
For being one of the admins of the Battle Royals, you think I would know something about this, but I don't know jack squat. So yeah, good job, Caffy.
But I'm the one who keeps all the stats.
Oh, Fry is the reason why anything is organized. So thank you, Fry.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you guys for the restream. It was awesome. Thank you for coming up on short notice, and thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all
for the races. It's always fun racing. You do it again soon.
Heck yeah! All right, gang.
I assume we'll see you both in the SG Live tournament, so good luck there. And I know I'll be seeing you in other tournaments, so always a pleasure to do commentary for you. I couldn't pass this one up. But in the meantime, if you're not already following these runners, please click on those links and give them a follow. Great guys, great places to hang out. Lot of Z1R. I know, Sai, you've been doing some Z2R or trying to do some Z2R of late.
Can't complete a seed. I suck.
I would not do any better, because let me tell you, the way I play that game vanilla is I would get to myself to 888 and then go do all the things.
Yeah, I hear you. I know. I still get lost anyway, but
yeah.
All right, thank you all. Appreciate you, and I'm gonna get out of here. But take care, everybody.
And yeah, I'd like to thank everybody. First of all, we did get Rick getting Adirondack Rick, who is our wonderful SG person. It gets all these things up for restream. Shout outs to him. And of course, OpnoPoint doing the tracking. Trackers always are MVPs. And Frighty, thank you so much for jumping in at the last minute. I had to solo the last one, so I was really happy to have you here for this one.
Yeah, I wanted to join in for the last one, but it was too late at night for me. So not 9 I can do, but that one was a little too late.
But we're glad we had you this time, so it was all good.
But we're well into season 8. We've already had 5 completed battle royales for season 5.
And I'm sure there'll be a lot more.
Got a long ways to go. Anything up until May 31st of next year is part of season 8. Our early leader in points towards the Royale Ultima is cytown.
I mean, can't be surprised about that, you know? Good player. But yeah, that is going to do it for us. Obviously, there's going to be another one of these. Rookie Rumble's still going on, so keep an eye out in the schedule for that. And otherwise, we'll see you all at those races and when we get to SG Live. That's going to do it for us. Thank you, everybody. Good night.